auto scaling group, what you need to do? So there are certain steps. So first I will just note down that step so you will get the idea. Yeah. For the auto scaling group, you know, obviously we require a load balancer. What we require? We require a load balancer. I'm just noting the points. Obviously we require a load balancer. So which load balancer we are going to use? Either we are going to use application load balancer, sorry, or network load balancer. Got it. So as we are using the load balancer, obviously we require target group also. You know what is target group? Because in the load balancer we have created the target group. So as we are using the load balancer, it may be a application load balancer or network load balancer. Correct. So secondary, we require target group. In that target group, we are going to add the EC2 instance. And third one is we require EC2 instances. We require EC2 instances. But here we are not going to create a separate, not separately. We are not going to create a separately EC2 instance. So for that purpose, we are going to create auto scaling group in which there is an option to create EC2 instance. So this is called a template. This is called as template. Try to understand what I am saying. So initially, we require a load balancer. We are going to create a load balancer. It may be application load balancer. It may be a network load balancer. We are going to create a target group. See, this is the load balancer we require. Second, we require target group. So we require target group. Under the target group, there are EC2 instance. But here, we are not going to create a separate EC2 instance. When we are going to create auto scaling group, you will get option to create templates. You will get option to create the templates. Right. So with the help of that template, we can create the EC2 instance. Hope so you got the clear idea. So you know what is step number one. Step number one is we need to create a load balancer. So first, always you can go to the EC2 instance, right? Once you reach to the EC2 instance, in the left hand side, there is an option called as load balancer. You click on the load balancer. You click on the load balancer. You will get option create load balancer. Yeah. Then, as I mentioned, we need to create application load balancer. So we create one application. Either you can create application or network load balancer. Now I am creating application load balancer. If you click on the application load balancer, I am just giving name load balancer 1. You know how to create. We are making internet facing. We require IPv4 address. VPC is by default, right? So just for the high availability, I am taking all the availability zone, means it will create a replica in all the availability zone. Got it? So in the security group, if you are not selecting, it will select default. But as we already created the, you can say security group, because in the, you can say load balancer, we require HTTP protocol, right? So I'm selecting that security group. If you selected the security group, it will ask you create a target group. So, you know, you can click on the create target group. Yeah, if you click on the create target group, you know, we need to add instances, but you know, we have not created the EC2 instances. Got it? Still, we have not created the EC2 instances. So try to understand. We will select instance. I am giving the name target group 1. Yes, port number is 80. VPC is by default. Got it? Then this is a health check. In the advanced health check, you maybe give the seconds, you maybe change the seconds, right? If you want to give tag, you can give the tag and click on the next button. If you click on the next button, you know, from here, we are selecting the EC2 instances. But as you know, we have not created the EC2 instance. So don't select it and just click on the create target group. Yeah, we have created target group. So try to understand what is the difference between to create a normal application load balancer and create a load balancer for auto scaling group. In the auto scaling group, the step of auto scaling group, we are going to create a template which is called as EC2 instance. That's why we are not creating EC2 instance separately. Means when we are creating application load balancer, we are not creating the EC2 instance. Got it? So in step number 1, we created the load balancer, which is called as application load balancer. We also created target group, but in the target group, we have not selected any EC2 instance. Why not selected? Because still we have not created the EC2 instance. When we are going to create EC2 instance in step number 4. Got it? So what is step number 4? You check it. Yeah, target group is created. Created? Yeah. If you just see, the target group is successfully created. If you just scroll down, just 1 minute. If you just scroll down, The target group is successfully created. If you click on the targets, right, the targets are blank because still we have not added any EC2 instances. Got it? Similarly, you can click on the previous slide. Here we have just created the target group. Now you refresh it. See the option. Our target group is visible. Got it? Now just review it and click on the create load balancer. Our load balancer created successfully. Click on the view load balancer. See, we have created a load balancer and we have created target. If you want to just see, you can go to the left hand side. There is option load balancing. Click on the load balancer. See, we are at load balancer only. Our load balancer is created, but still it is not provisioning, right? If it is not provisioning and you are just copy pasting this URL, if you are just copy pasting this URL and you will try to paste, it will give typo error type something. It will give typo problem, or you can say spelling is incorrect problem, spelling is not correct problem, right? So this type of error you will get. Why you are getting this error? You are getting this error because still your load balancer is not provisional, or you can say it is not active in state. It is just provisioning. It is checking at background. If everything successful, then it will be active, right? So when you are creating a load balancer, when you are doing the hands-on session of load balancer, we need to wait for 1 to 2 minutes to check this window. Got it? Yeah. So in step number 1, we created load balancer. We created target group. Now we need to focus on the auto scaling group, and in which we are going to create the EC2 instance. So what is the next step? The next step is in the left hand side only, there is an option called as auto scaling. In the auto scaling, click on the auto scaling group. Yes, click on auto scaling group. Correct. Create auto scaling group. Correct. Try to understand why we are going to use or create auto scaling group. In the auto scaling, we are going to create a multiple instance. We are going to increase or decrease automatically. That's why auto scaling is required. Got it? So means we are not going to perform the manual process to create the EC2 instance. For first instance only, we are going to create a manual process. From second onwards, automatically instances will create if we enable the auto scaling. Got it? So again, move to the auto scaling concept. So you know what I did? I'm just open the AWS, you can say space workbench. So in the left hand side, there is concept called as auto scaling group. I click on it. Now we are at auto scaling group. So you can give any name. I'm giving auto scaling group 1. You can give any name. Okay. So I'm just giving auto scaling group 1. See here. Now there is option called as launch template. Launch template means you can create one template. Template. What is mean by template? Template means suppose you are creating one format. Got it? You are creating one format. And that format you want to use for lifetime. So similarly, we are going to create one EC2 instance. And once we enable the auto scaling group, same type of instance will create by AWS. Got it? Try to understand. So we are going to create one template. We are going to create one template. And once we enable the auto scaling group, same type of EC2 instance will create by AWS. Got it? So that's why this is called as a launch template. So how to launch template? Just to launch the template, click on create a launch template. It will open the new window. Okay? It will open the new window. Once new window will open, you can give the name my temp1. You can give any name. Okay. So I given the name my template1, my temp1, or my temp11. You can do any name. Okay. So I given the name my temp11. So if you want to give any description, you can give description. I don't want to give any description. There is a template text. If you want to give extra information, you can give it. If you want to select a source template, you can select, but I don't want to do anything. This is optional part. Now this part is very important. Here we need to select operating system. So either if you recently do the hands-on, it will give recently launched. Otherwise, you can click on the quick start. Once you click on the quick start, it will ask which operating system you want. I want Amazon Linux. Means when the AWS wants to auto scale multiple instance, that time always they will select the Amazon Linux machine. Got it? So Amazon Linux machine selected. They are providing a free tier eligible because it's a free account, right? If you go downside, it will ask instance type. So we want T2 micro, T2 nano. Suppose I want a free of cost, I will write T2 micro. Let's see here, it's a free tier eligible. I have written T2 micro. If you scroll down, they will ask key pair. We know we have already demo key pair. So you click on demo key pair. They will ask network setting. So in which you can say ability zone you want to take. Either you can take in ability zone 1, 2, or 3. Suppose I have selected availability zone AP South 1A. They will ask, you want existing security group or you want to create a new security. See, all the steps are same. Just like as previously we created the EC2 instance, all the steps are same, but these steps now under the launch template, auto scaling group, right? But steps are same. So we selected a key peer, we selected a network. Either we can select existing security group or we can create a new security group. So here I am selecting existing security group. We have multiple launch wizard 1, 2. So I'm just selecting launch wizard 1. You know, if you want to create new, you must need to select HTTP having protocol is 80. Got it. So just scroll down. If you want to go in advanced network security, you can go it, but no need to work on it, right? We are getting 8 GB storage. We are getting GP2, our root volume. If you want to add a volume, you can add. Otherwise, go ahead. If you want to give any extra information, you can give. Otherwise, you can click on the advanced details. Once you click on the advanced details, don't change this. You can see option, but at last you can add the user data. Why we are adding the user data? User data means if you want to launch, you can say web server. If you want to launch a web server like as Apache Tomcat. If you want to launch a website, we are giving a user command. We are just writing the user code, right? So we already have that user code. I will just copy paste that code because always it is not a bad practice to write each and every line, right? So you know what is that user data? Always we are starting with hash explanatory /bin/bash. So also means we are giving root permission. We are saying key initially we need to update our operating system. We need to install the web server. We need to start our system. We need to enable the system, and at last we need to print hello world message. And also it will print the what is the IP address of that EC2 instance. Got it? And we are creating that hello world page, which is called as index.html in this part, right? This user data. And just click on the create launch template. Click on create launch template. You have successfully launched the template. Got it? You have successfully launched the template. If you click on view launch template, yeah, see my temp 11 is launched. Now again go to previous slide. Initially, we are creating auto scaling group. In the auto scaling group, they asked to launch the template. It means we have launched the EC2 instance. We have launched the EC2 instance. Now you just refresh it. You just refresh it. You will get that, yeah, we got that template. That template is nothing but we have created one EC2 instance, and in future, if AWS want auto scale, is required n number of instances, the same type of instance will be created by AWS. Got it? So I have selected one template. Just scroll down, click on the next. Once you click on the next, it will select by default VPC. No problem. It will ask you want in a single availability zone or multiple availability zone. Just for the high availability, I want in all the availability zone. You can click select one, you can select two, or you can select all. So for high availability, I'm selecting all availability zone. Okay. Just scroll down, just read this information and click on the next button. You will click on the next button. In the auto scaling, they will ask attach with your load balancer. So there are three options. No load balancer means if you don't have load balancer, attach to an existing load balancer. If we already have a load balancer, we can attach with existing load balancer. And if we want to create a load balancer, you can click on the attach to no load balancer. But we already created a load balancer, so click on attach to an existing load balancer. If you click on attach to an existing load balancer, right, they will ask you choose from your load balancer target groups. Your load balancer is application, network, or in this side, classic load balancer. So you know which load balancer we created? We created application load balancer. So select first one. If you created a classical one, then you select second one. But we have created application load balancer. So click on this first option. Right. Next, they will ask select a target group. You can refresh it. When we created a load balancer, at the same time, we created target group also. Here we will get a target group. Yes, there is a target group one. Got it? Now just scroll down. In the health check, we require elastic load balancer because our load balancer is come under elastic load balancer. Health check grace period, we can make it as a 300 second, 100 second, 200 second, no problem. I am making as it is and just click on the next button. Once you click on the next button, it will ask group size. It means that in the auto scaling, if you want to change the desired capacity, what will be the minimum and maximum capacity? As I explained, suppose you want minimum 1 instances and maximum 100 or 10 instances. So here we need to give the minimum and maximum capacity. So at first step, I'm giving a minimum desired capacity is 1. minimum capacity is also 1 and maximum capacity is also 1. If I make all the place 1 1 1, it means if you start the auto scaling, then only it will create a maximum how many instances? One instance only. Maximum how many instance? One instance only. Right. But suppose tomorrow there will be a multiple traffic. And if your client said, okay, no, we want a multiple instances. So what you need to do? You need to just go here and you can increase the size. It may be a 6, it may be a 1, maybe a 1, or it may be 100. Got it? So I'm just making size is 1. Desired size is 1, minimum is 1, and maximum is 1. In scaling policies, we don't want any policies. Click on none as it is and just click on the next button. If you want to add any notification, yes, scale up, scale down. If you want to add notification, you can add it. But this is general lab, so I'm not adding any notification. If you want to add, you can try it, right? Just click on the next. If you want to give any extra information, you can give it. Otherwise, click on the next button. Once you click on the next button, you please review it, right? What we selected, what we created, right? What is desired capacity, minimum capacity, maximum capacity, right? And at last, you can click on the create auto scaling group. So our auto scaling group is created. It will take a few seconds because still it is not updated. It is updating the capacity. Click on it. What happened? Just 1 minute. If you click on it, you just check the detail in the auto scaling. If you click on the details, you will get option. What is desired minimum and maximum capacity? So you need to remember in the future, suppose your client said, no, suppose on 15th, 16th, and 17th March, there is a big billion day. Suppose your client is Flipkart. They said on 15th, 16th, and 17th March, there is a big billion day. Maybe the traffic will be 1 million or 1 million. So according to the traffic, we required 100 instances. So please enable our auto scaling group. So as a solution architect or data engineer, what you need to do? You need to go to the auto scaling group. You need to click on the details. So here desired capacity is 1, minimum is 1, maximum is 1. According to the traffic, you need to click on the edit button and you want to increase the capacity. I will show you, right? You need to click on the maximum capacity. Still it is updating. Still it will take some time. Don't worry. If you go to if you just scroll down, you will get extra information, right? Similarly, if you just see the activity, yeah, the activity will get one successful message. EC2 instances successfully launched, right? Now, we don't, means we have not created EC2 instance separately, but if you click on the EC2 dashboard, you check there is automatically one EC2 instance is created. If you click on the instances, you will get idea. Yes, one instance automatically created. How this is created? Because in the auto scaling tool, when we launch the template, we followed the same step, right? And our instance is created. See, the instance status check is also passed. In the future, when the AWS want auto scale, the same type of instances will create here. I will show you, don't worry. The same type of instances will create here. Correct? Means see, according to the requirement, yes, there is an EC2 instance. Scroll down, check there is load balancer or not. If you click on the load balancer, we just cross check it. Huh? For our understanding purpose, we are cross checking. Click on load balancer. Yes, the load balancer is active. Perfect. Our EC2 instance was also initialized. If you click on the load balancer, yes, it is active. Check the description also. Yeah, description also. Click on the listener. Here we are adding the rules. One by default rule is already added. So don't worry. Now go to the target group. Check it. Target group is created or not. Yes, there is already one target group. Perfect. Then what is the next requirement? Click on the auto scaling. Auto scaling group is created or not. See, this is the auto scaling group, which is also created. Perfect. Means each and everything as per the requirement, we completed each and everything. If you just scroll up, load balancer created. Which load balancer? Application load balancer. Target group is created? Yes. EC2 created separately? No. We created EC2 template? Yes. When we created? At the time of creating auto scaling group. Got it? If you see this diagram, we have a traffic, means we are going to copy paste that URL in the browsers. We have a traffic. We have a load balancer called as application load balancer. Now, just for understanding, I have created only one instance. I will show you how it will automatically scale up n number of instances. That's it. Again, jump to our lab. URL we are copy pasting? We are copy pasting the load balancer URL. Click on load balancer. Yes, we will get one DNS. You know what is DNS? DNS is domain name server or domain name service. So you just copy this DNS. This is just like as our URL www.flipkart.com, www. You can say amazon.com. Just copy that DNS. Once you copy the DNS, just paste here. Got it? And please enter. Yeah. It means we have successfully done our lab. There is no mistake, right? We are getting hello world. We launch this hello world. We launch the hello world in our EC2 instance. And what is the IP of EC2 instance? Just see here 172.31.13.23. Sorry, 235. If you go to the EC2 dashboard, go on the EC2 instances, click on the created EC2 instance. If you just see the private IP 172.31.13.235. See, same IP. In just 1 minute. Same IP we got 172.31.13.235. Got it? Suppose same query if you are giving same traffic. Traffic means suppose this is first user, this is second user, maybe third user also request www.flipkart.com. Right. Now all the user, first user are getting the response from 235. Second user also getting the response from 172.31.13.235. Third user also getting the response from same EC2 instance. It means that on a normal day, suppose there are three, you can say customer, and they are trying to access flipkart.com, they will get response from a single EC2 instance. But maybe tomorrow there will be n number of customers, right? So how they will get the response? Now I will show you. Hope so you got the idea how we created the auto scaling group. But we given minimum capacity is 1 and maximum capacity is also 1. So I'm going to give a maximum capacity is more. So what you need to do? You need to go to the dashboard. There is an option called as auto scaling group. You click on the auto scaling group. Perfect. Yeah, this is our auto scaling. In the auto scaling, there is an option called as group details. Desired capacity is 1. What is minimum? What is maximum? Suppose I am changing the maximum capacity. Just wait. I am changing the maximum capacity is 2. See, I have changed the maximum capacity to it's changed 1, 1, 2. It means we are giving permission. If the traffic will increase, the minimum capacity is 1, the maximum capacity is 2. Means you can scale up to 2. Means few user will get a response from first EC2 instance, some user will get a response from second EC2 instance. Got it? So if you again go towards the, you can say, suppose I am changing the result capacity is also 2, 1, 2. If you update it, yes, it is updating 2, 1, 2. Just scroll down. Yeah, it's done. Just refreshing it. I'm just refreshing it. Okay. Now we'll go to the EC2 dashboard. We'll click on the instances. Yeah, perfect. Now there is one more instance is automatically created. If you just observe, initially it was running 2 by 2 check pass. Now it is automatically created. You got it? How they are creating automatically? How they are creating instance automatically? Perfect. Now if you just come here, if you just refresh it, see the URL. Sorry, see the IP 172.31.13.235. If you refresh it, 172.31.13.235 same. Okay. Still we are getting the response from same IP. Okay, just 1 minute. Yeah, why we are getting the response from same only? Because still this instance is not initialized. We need to wait for a few seconds. Once our instance will initialize, just refresh it. Yeah, we need to wait up to initializing because it is not initialized, right? As it is not initialized, so we can't access it. That instance got the IP before public and private IP, but still it is not initialized. Yeah, we need to wait for a few seconds. Yes, perfect. It is also initialized because 2 by 2 take pass. Now you come here. IP is 172.31.13.235. If you refresh it, IP is changed 34.200. Now we see 34,200. See, 13,235. 34,200, 13,235. It means that auto scaling is enabled. Sometimes user will get a response. Suppose there are n number of users. Now we'll focus on first user only. Suppose first user sending the first request, he is getting response from 13 to 35 IP, means first machine. Second time, maybe he will get response from another IP. Third time, maybe he will get again response from first machine. Why we are getting two IPs only? Because we have given a maximum capacity is 2. So AWS is scaling up to 2, you can say security, sorry, up to 2 instances only. Again, if you go to the auto scaling group and if you give a permission to create a 3 instance automatically, just see here, click on auto scaling group. There is an option called as details. If you go to the edit button, if you give the maximum capacity is 3, suppose we are giving a desired capacity is suppose 3, minimum capacity is 1, maximum capacity is 3, and if you update it, once you click on the update, yeah, and if you just refresh it, yeah, maximum capacity changed, which is 3. If you click on the activity button, third EC2 instance failed. We need to check why it is failed. Instance your requested instance type macro is not supported in your requested abilities. Okay, okay, no problem. So maybe we are using a free tier, that's why they are allowing. No, it's now it's created. Just see here. Just see here, auto scaling group. Now instances are 3. How many instances? Instances are 3. If you click on the EC2 dashboard, automatically it's scale up, right? So see, instances running are 3. Instances running are 3. Okay. So what I want to say, your client will say, Ki maybe there is a big billion day on 15, 16, 17 March. Maybe there is a chances for lots of traffic. So what you need to do? You have to come on the auto scaling group, right? You need to click here and you need to click on the edit button and you need to say, you need to give a maximum capacity, maybe a 30. I'm not giving because we are using free account, and the free account always there is some capacity. At the time of doing your practical lab, don't give 30 or 40. You please try up to 1, 2, or 3 only. Okay. It means that according to requirement, your AWS will create 30 EC2 instances and it will respond from 30 EC2 instances. Got it? So we just cancel it. So 3 EC2 instance we give permitted. If you click here, initially IP is 13,235. If you refresh it, 34,200. If you refresh it, see, third one is 10,101. We are getting 3 IP. So this one is first. I'm just opening Notepad so you will get the idea if we are getting 3 or not. Yeah, this is my first IP. If you refresh it, you are getting second IP. Second IP means we are getting response from second machine, right? If you refresh it, we are getting from 170.31.10.0.101. I think so. This is same, huh? 170.31.10. Yeah, this is same. Refresh it, 34,200. Yeah, this one is 172.31.30.100. Yeah, so this one is same. I'm just deleting this. See, the minimum capacity was 1. The maximum capacity is in. Again, if you refresh it, you get 172.31.13.235. If you just copy paste it, now we are getting the same IP. So what is the combination? We'll get this 3 IP only. Because we given minimum capacity is 1 and maximum capacity is 3. Got it? So when we are creating auto scaling group, if you created a minimum capacity is 1 and maximum is 30, so your as per the requirement, your AWS will create a 30. AWS will create a 30. You can say instances. Means suppose on the big billion day, if the EC2 instance is getting multiple traffic, multiple requests, we can handle that multiple requests, right? So this is called as auto scaling group. This is called as auto scaling group. Hope so you got the idea about auto scaling group.